What, you gonna start with dead air? Is that how you want to do it?
I was waiting for you to say something, but all right.
Oh,
Actually, I was watching you pretty yourself up.
I'm all frazzled. Look at it. Look like a
Hobo.
Jesus. It's night, man.
All right, what's going on?
I got kids bugging me, and when everything is just working against you, it's just
No, give me an example.
my stupid in my bedroom. I have a smart bulb.
A what?
A smart bulb. That's the main light. Is a smart bulb.
The one from the ceiling?
Yeah. Well, we talked about before where I put that up with the ceiling fan because I only have one switch to work the ceiling fan and the light. So you got to use the remote, in conjunction with the ceiling fan. So I thought I'm just going to put a smart bulb up there and walk in like Captain Picard and say, computer, turn on the lights, which works great. But for some reason today, I don't know, they get out of sync. If the kids get in there and turn the light off manually or whatever, then the system doesn't know, it can't control it anymore. It's like, oh, I'm not talking to that anymore. Something happened. So you got to turn it back on. So they start communicating again. So I went to do that, and the remotes are so shit with those ceiling fans. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. So I'm pushing it on. It's not going on. Pushing it. And then it comes on, but it took so long coming on. I was pushing it again. And so it turned it off. And then, of course, the whole thing went ape, right? It went, oh, so you want to repair? And so the light's now flashing on and off like this. I'm yelling at the Google, why are you doing this to my lights? And then she starts explaining what lights are. So I got to go through the app. So I look through the app, not just the Google Home app. You got to go a step beyond to the Globe suite, which owns the bulb. The light bulb is a Globe suite, and then you incorporate that into your Google Home. So I had to go to the Globe suite. And what's Globe suite say? Sure, log in. I don't know what log in to a light bulb. I don't know what I put. I couldn't tell you what my username was or my password. And so I had to start looking through, open up the phone, go into your Google account and go into your saved passwords and scroll through all the passwords. No Globe password in there. What the heck? So I opened up another account, looked through all those passwords, no Globe password. I go, son of a bitch. And when I did this, originally, I used my old phone. So I had to go dig up my old phone, turn that on, wait for it to start up. Then I go to its Globe app and same thing. What's your password? I'm like, well, how would I know that? So I threw that against the wall, had to do the forget my password business and sent a verification, reset the password, did all that. And now I basically have to reinstall this light bulb as a new light bulb into the thing. And then I'll have to re-add that to the Google Home. And then I'll have to delete the old one. Anyways, frustrations like that. Just before showtime here. It's what I got to deal with.
That's what you get for trying to be super lazy. As opposed to just flicking on a light switch and getting your light going.
I don't have a flick for the light. As I told you, it is integrated in with the fan. So I'd have to use the remote control for the fan, which is a piece of garbage. So I had the brilliant idea of using the smart bulb for that.
But then why did you buy it if it's garbage?
It's not what, the fan?
No, or the remote.
That's the generic remote that comes with all ceiling fans. That takes a big 9-volt battery, and they're just very
Mine
cheap.
Don't have remotes.
Because yours is made of marble. Hello.
You just said they all come with ceiling fan or remotes.
Yes, for my level of society,
I see.
They come with shit remotes. Otherwise, it's been the best thing to have a voice-controlled light in the bed. The alarm goes off. You say, "Yeah, turn the alarm off. Hey, turn the lights on." It's all.
You know what my remote control is? I go tell my wife to go do it.
Yeah, exactly. We all aren't so blessed.
Yes. Yeah. Am I that blessed?
As I said, you have a blessed life, sir.
I ran into the issues with my sons and daughters. Ceiling fans were the original owners, and they had they had remote controls. That you leave on your dresser or whatever. I guess like what you have with yours. But the lights were so weak, we ended up replacing them. We went with we ditched the remote, but we went with the wall switch beside the door that has 2 buttons on it with multiple settings on it to to dim the lights to whatever you want and then to adjust the fan speed. So we love those. And then my son's ceiling fan actually went, and they discontinued that particular brand, and there's no longer these nice, for some reason, these nice wall mounted dual switches. All the ones that they make now are these big fat chunk remotes that you can like sort of slide into a slot.
Yeah, that's what we
beside your
have.
door.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why would they discontinue these two-way switches? Which is what I want to have for my lights.
You can wire any ceiling fan to do that if you know wiring. You can you go hire.
I even have my electrician come in, and he says, "No, you can't do it."
He's a dummy. Sure, he can. You go hire Duke. Duke will come over. He sets up a 2-way thing that goes back and forth. Any ceiling fan can have that.
Yeah, but not with these particular switches that they no longer make, which is why that was my point. I don't understand why they discontinued this particular brand. I don't want the wall-mounted remote switches that you can bring with you. Because I installed that myself.
Anyways, the smart stuff is great when it's working, but I can see the frustration. Like if I installed this at my dad's house and it crapped out, what would that be like? That'd be the phone ringing off the hook. He'd be screaming because all the lights, that's how they start flashing. Oh my God. Can't do that. Hey, Kyle's popping in the chat. I haven't seen Kyle in a long time.
I say just ditch it.
Hey, Kyle.
So what else are we doing on your days off?
Are you mad at Kyle? Joe doesn't like when people come in the chat. Sorry, guys. See, it's whatever mood he's in, unless you're doing stuff for him. Then he's like, oh, hey, yeah, how's it going?
And Bill's fucking hard-headed, everyone. Apologize and doesn't realize how to do a 2-way conversation.
I'm just being mannerly. That's all. Anyways, what have I been doing these 2 days off? Not too much. I almost had a nap yesterday, but I fought my way through it. Did not have a nap. So that was nice.
That's exciting.
Today, I drove out to the old antique barn that's out of town. Haven't been there in a long time. And it was happening. It was actually kind of busy, but tons of records to look through there. A lot of people, you think antique mall or whatever, it's just going to be like furniture and old hutches and that sort of thing. There's that, but there's so much retro stuff there. It's really fun to look through. Lots of old phones, lots of old cameras, and like I said, tons and tons of records. So I didn't have enough time. I had to leave early because I had to pick the kid up from school. So I just barely dug into it. So I'll have to go back. But that was fun. Why on your phone again for this recording?
What are the prices like there?
Another big project in the hopper? Is there another big project in the hopper? Don't talk to me about my stuff. What? What is this? Holy mackerel.
Answer my question. What are their prices like there?
It's all over the place. They got $5 bins, and then they have prices, to suit whatever it is. So, and then there's really nut bar guys who just think they're going to get rich on records. So like they have a pile of, Herb Alberts and the Tijuana Brass, and they want $10 a shot for those. You're like, I don't think so. Or they have, what was the one? It was, it was a George Harrison record. The one with the die cut front. The letters are die cut out of it.
Nope.
And anyways, most people know. Anyways, that cover was ripped.
Most people don't care.
The cover was ripped off, and the guy still wanted like $15 for it. It's like, why you ask me if no one cares? I love it.
No, I said
I love it
about that record.
No,
you made it seem like everyone does. The George Harrison one with the die cut. No, I don't know.
Everyone knows which one that is. I'm sorry, I can't remember what I'm gapping. Do you have time to answer a question, or would that be angering for you?
I'm just talking to you, so.
Okay, I'm formulating this question myself.
Is this question from your brain?
Yeah, it's straight from my brain. What game will you be playing after you get through Alan Wake?
What?
Have you finished up Alan Wake?
I fucking finished that like 2 weeks ago.
I missed it. Didn't show up in my feed. So what's next?
I don't know. I'm actually leaning towards PS2 games, I think. PS2 or PS1. I don't know. For older systems, anyway. I might go. I was thinking about Parasite Eve.
What made you think of that?
I just was looking at that's actually PS1. I was looking through just my discs, and I can't remember if I even finished that game.
That's the only reason why that popped into your head, Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
You just happened upon it, and nothing in your periphery kind of hinted to you Parasite Eve at all. Nothing kind of crept in and said, this month, Joe, you should play Parasite Eve. Nothing?
Not that it's coming to me. Why should it?
Nothing.
I don't pay attention to a lot of things, man. So anyway, that's my old one. I do want to go.
He's the greatest member of the community.
I fucking God of War on PS4. I gotta start that up at some point. And then I thought about asking my uncle. There's a game series called, I don't even know how to pronounce it properly, Atelier. There's like, I don't know, I think like 10 games in the series so far. It's like an alchemy game with a bunch of girls. I don't know. So I thought about asking him, because he's big into like the RPGs and that sort of style of gameplay, asking him if it's, he obviously likes it, and I don't even know what the first one in the series is, so I don't own any. I might try and pick them up. Though I think they're a little pricey.
Hey, I think it's a good idea to do the Parasite Eve thing. Maybe you'll even find out there's a whole bunch of other people wanting to play along with you.
What are you going on about?
Nothing.
I can tell when there's sarcasm. What's up? What am I missing out on?
You're not missing out on everything. It's just Mr. Originality. October is Parasite Eve month for the Cartridge Club, the little community we belong to, where they play a game every month, kind of like a book club. And this month they've selected Parasite Eve, which I played for a half a second. I thought it was terrible. I hated it. I couldn't get past the opening. It was so long and looked terrible. And
you didn't like the opera scene when everyone
combusts? Yeah.
That's the only part I remember about the game from when I played it.
Not like it looked good. It was blocky mess of
Dude, it's
horror.
PS1.
It was
Oh,
crap.
well, then I'll play something different then.
You don't want to support what the club is doing and like
I do,
actually
but then
get all of that.
I don't want to be rushed in my gameplay though. I'm
Well,
gonna feel like I'm rushed then.
they did God of War last month, which I participated in, but I'm nowhere near completing. In fact, I'm just starting, but that's how it is. That's how it's going to be. I'll get as far as I can.
Yeah, but you're gonna finish it, right?
Yeah, I have to keep going now. Yeah. But not within this month. I missed it, right? The month is over. So it's not about finishing. It's just about participating and
No, but it's
being
about
able to
finishing
chat
the
with
game
everyone.
too.
It's not a...
What are you gonna chat about? Hey guys, I just started the game up. You guys are all done? How was it?
No. Oh, for instance, like Mrs. Q Dog would say, "Hey, I just got to this area and it branches off this way. I was wondering, what would we do?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that too. I was wondering the same thing, but I kept going." It's like chit chat. That's You joined a club, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're not even at that point.
I was. I'm just as slow as Mrs. Q Dog, so we were a happy couple for that month. And how's my colon doing? Do you ask? Well, thanks, Joe, for asking about my health.
It's fine. I don't want to know about your colon. You had your thing and it was fine, right?
It is fine.
Did you have issues after?
No, I did not. Thanks for asking, though. Everything was fine.
But then that's all I need to know. My daughter has an issue. She was walking the dog the other day, and her and my brother were doing. Her and my son were doing it, and she tripped on the leash while she was running. Face plant on the sidewalk, scratched up her upper and lower lip, so she's got like scabs on it, and loosened her two front top teeth. That's how hard she hit the pavement. Luckily, they're her baby teeth, but one of them we think is turning like a dull color, like she's killed it prematurely. So she's going in for an X-ray tomorrow at the dentist just to see if it's got to be pulled.
Good. Now there's a run to the specialist that I support that you're doing.
And then I asked, how are they going to do it? And she says, well, they'll probably just give her like laughing gas and pull it. The other one seems to have retightened, which is good, I guess. But I'm like, oh, fuck. And she's only 6.
I don't know if you recall, but that happened to my eldest when she was little like that, right? But she was out riding her bike like in the driveway. And I was inside. And I was inside doing housework.
Is that the handlebars?
Yeah, she went over the handlebars. I'm inside in my house coat vacuuming. House coat, just a house coat. Vacuuming. All I hear is crying going on outside. I run out. A neighbor is with her. I'm in my house coat. It's flapping around like Rodney Dangerfield. And yeah, she loosened them right up. Blood. Had to take her in right away to the dentist and got her in like in an emergency kind of situation. They still needled her and then pulled them. I think they're too young to get the nitrous. What do you say?
She's not going to go for a needle, I think. But
really?
But you're right. My wife I wasn't home. I was working. Same situation. She was like 2 houses up on the sidewalk, and my wife could hear her inside the house.
Yeah.
Fucking kid, man. She's a lot more outgoing than my son and a lot more active, but she's not done having cuts and bruises and all that nonsense, that's for sure.
Well, and like even with the dentist thing, kids are tough, man. Just tell them you're getting a needle. It's going to hurt. It's no big deal. Goes away. And I'll be there to hold your hand or whatever. Like, I know you like to, you got kid gloves for the kids, but I just tell them how it is. This is what's doing. And, they take it. They're tough. Like I'm shocked you let your kids walk the dog down the street.
I don't like them
Actually,
walking the dog because I don't want them, in case a big dog comes along, then they got to deal with it, right? You know, big dogs are fucking stupid, so.
kids are tough, man. Let them out, man. Let them experience. I know they're living in the lap of luxury with their own bathrooms and their own ceiling fans.
Yeah.
But let them out.
Lap of luxury, all right.
Oh boy.
So you asked while I'm on my phone. My computer stopped working on me.
Uh-oh. Are you serious?
Yeah, I was digitizing some VHS. And I think I overworked it or something. It really became super sluggish and slow. So I did like a reboot, and I guess I rebooted at the wrong time or something, or forced quit some of the programs. And so it was taking like super long time to really shut down. So then I just did a hard reboot on it, and then it, you know, when Apple's power up, it's got the little Apple symbol with the bar under it, and the bar moves up. It would get like halfway up the bar, and then computer code would appear on the screen, and then it would reset itself. So I tried doing multiple things, like I don't even forget what it's called now, like a soft boot on it or whatever. I tried installing the operating system again, wouldn't let me do that. Multiple things. So I ended up taking it to the Geek Squad today, and he couldn't even bypass the startup to boot off of a external USB drive. So something's fucked on it.
Are they really the best people to take it to?
They're all the same. Who cares? Just fix it. It's either I take them there or I take it to Canada Computers. Where am I going to go?
No, like a real computer guy, not just some high schooler working on the Geek Squad.
No, this wasn't a kid who was looking at it.
Now, if you're nicer to the chat, there's probably Apple enthusiasts who can help you.
So I'm getting a SSD drive installed. Redo the operating system, and then data transfer everything over from the old hard drive. So hopefully that gives it a bit more life for another year.
Yeah, why bother?
Or two.
Why bother? Why bother trying to dump more money into it?
Well, because I don't feel like dropping over $2,000 on a new computer at this moment.
Why not?
I don't know.
You have it.
$2,000 in my pocket.
You showed us all your grands.
Oh, yeah.
You showed it.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's still lying around.
Where could it go? Did you go out on crazy night to Atlantic City?
Fast cars and loose chicks.
Just go do it. You know what? My projector died. I don't know if I told you that
a
couple weeks ago.
Projectors anymore. Bring it here so I can soccer kick it to the curb. I like the belly to back suplex your projector onto the concrete.
Why? Is it hurts you that much to know how big my display is?
I like the tombstone. No, because it's antiquated and no good.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
It's like people that buy 3D TVs.
Some people like 3D.
Genius.
I am one.
Genius.
I like 3D.
I like the tombstone pile driver your projector onto the driveway.
Well, you can, because rather than search out a replacement bulb for it, which it's at a certain age where any kind of replacement bulb is like a Russian roulette of Chinese knockoffs, which one are you going to get? So I've been looking for a sale price on one, and one happened to go on sale last night on Amazon for 30% off. Something crazy percentage off.
What are you talking about?
A new projector.
Oh, okay.
So I had to pull the trigger.
Well, I had to.
Well,
Dude, the amount of money you've been fucking blowing the past few months is ridiculous on the stuff you've been buying too.
what are you talking about?
Holy
I
shit.
haven't.
Shake my head.
I'm able to do this because I have spent no money,
No,
basically.
good. You've caught up now. So good.
So
You've
down
caught
here in the
up,
basement,
just like if you have been spending money, now you're all caught up because you've been blowing money left, right, and center.
this is my only place to have surround sound is here in the basement. My Xbox One is hooked up to it. So without a display, I can't do any of that. I can't watch movies and enjoy it with surround sound. Can't play some
Just go buy yourself an
Xbox.
86-inch TV and you'll be just as happy.
But then why when you can just get a projector and go big time?
No, watch crappy quality.
It's not. It's not.
is.
It's 4K, kinda. It's kinda 4K.
Kinda.
Well, they fake 4K by pixel shifting, but I hear it's very very effective.
Well, they're selling 8K now, so
To get a true 4K projector is like you're into the 6,000 range minimum.
that's why not buy a 4K TV?
Because then you're just getting a smaller TV. I got a small TV in the living room upstairs.
Yeah, that's not an 86-inch TV.
No,
slap your dick on the counter and buy yourself an 86-inch.
No, that's too much. That's like 2,600.
That's not too much.
That's 2,600. When you go past 75,
they get a 75.
That's too small. And I would be covering up my wall. See, right now I have a screen. I can lift it up. I got a dartboard behind there. Throw darts.
Oh yeah,
still got my wall. Yeah,
play darts all the time.
Well, come on over.
Down at the pub.
Except you're too afraid. Yeah. But I'm glad you're congratulating me on this, and makes me feel good.
Well, I've never been a fan of projectors. That's just my.
Because you haven't seen one. You've seen shit ones in the bars that are not set up properly.
I've seen them in people's homes too. I've just never been. I don't like it. That's just not my thing.
They weren't set up right and they weren't good. Everyone I take down these stairs and turn on, they're just like, oh my God. It's like a roller coaster ride for them. Yeah.
What, your sisters?
Anyone.
Did you ever projector back on the farm?
My one sister, when she visited after I first got it, she came over with her family. We were watching movies, playing games on there. That next week, she went out and bought a projector for her house. That's how much she was impressed with.
Consulted me first. Anyway, enjoy your purchase. It's always fun to spend money and buy new things.
No, well, I hated it, but what can you do? And it's a comfort thing. It soothes me. Like you get excitement and
said
joy.
You don't like spending time downstairs when I tell you to go downstairs.
You get your excitement and joy out of, redoing your backyard 15 million times and having everything pristine and the statuaries perfectly, doing their thing.
I could spend it.
I could spend it on that, or this is my entertainment. So, and we're going to be locked in our house again soon anyways. So
no.
Really?
Yeah. You're going to say something I forgot. Did you watch the, I don't want to get into political stuff. I just want yes or no. And that's it. Did you watch that debate between the two of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It was to be expected. That's all I'm going to say. So where are you at on The Boys right now?
I have yet to start season 2.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Well, I'm
busy not playing God of Dead.
God of Dead, yeah. God of Dead's good.
Busy fighting with your light in the bedroom?
I'm Well, there were so many shows. What did I say I started last time? That Raised by Wolves show.
Oh, yeah.
Started that. And then as I get into bed, just what I'm watching to go to sleep kind of thing, I put on that Schitt's Creek, which is just as good as everyone says. Not only is Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara perfect, but the ancillary cast around them is just so freaking good. Chris Elliott, of course, is amazing. But even the side players are just really, really good. It's got a really good touch
I
on
don't
the
know how that
acting
Chris
side.
Elliott guy still gets work.
He's funny in everything he's ever been in.
I've hated him in everything he's been.
Not surprising.
That's the right-headed guy, right? He's got the beard.
Why do you think Letterman loved him so much?
Because he's insane.
Because he's naturally
What
funny.
do I care who Letterman likes and doesn't like?
It's kind of like a gold pass if Letterman likes you.
Is it?
I don't
You
know
live your
what
life by what Letterman says.
I don't know what
Come
happened
on,
to
man.
you when you were younger and you went this way with your
I don't know
life.
what happened to you and you went your way, living your life like an old man.
What is funny to you? Let's back this up.
Lots of things.
What? Besides Joe Rogan.
I never said he was funny to me. And being entertaining and being funny are two different things.
And you bring up another awesome point about Amazon. Brilliant news coming out of Amazon that we're going to get to see the sequel to Borat on Amazon Prime the next month. New Borat. That's mind-blowing.
So when are you going to start The Boys season 2?
You see, Joe told me last week how he doesn't like Borat.
I don't care.
What? This I don't care. How's that doing for you?
Good.
If I was your shrink, that's the first thing I would attack. We would chip away at this I don't care you throw up at every single statement. That's got to be worked on.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't
care is
I don't
such
get
a
excited over. Where's my fucking mic? I don't care about Borat. Oh no! Is your life going to end?
There's ways to say it, and then there's the no one cares or I don't care.
I'm not interested.
Because I don't care puts out that, I am so far above where you are in thinking.
No, it's not. It means I'm not interested.
It puts out a
Let me
curtain
rephrase
of pretension.
I'm not interested.
I'm glad that suits you, but it's never really worked for me so far.
And I've said that to you before, and I get the same condescending return back.
And then you should say, but I'm screwed up in the head.
No. See? There we go. You think you're superior.
Tell me who's watched Borat and not laughed their ass off.
Dude,
give me one person.
I don't care.
I said,
listen.
No, I don't care.
I don't like how you don't listen. So when are you going to start season 2 of The Boys?
Hey, I got to show you this. I took there's a filter on Instagram that makes you look like your hero, Joe. And I had to do it for myself. Make me look like Joe. Huh?
Is that you?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what it is.
It's not you. It doesn't look like the same beard.
I know it does. The filter does shit.
The filter trims your beard. Anyway, get going on season 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I will. And there's some kind of promo coming out of Amazon too. If you just stream anything on Amazon, I think it's October 8th, they're going to give you a $10 gift card. It's a really strange promo. So even if you get on a temporary membership or something like that. Just stream anything on Amazon Prime, and they're giving you like a $10 promo card. So that's pretty good. Get on that.
Yeah, but what are you going to buy for $10 off Amazon?
Well, it all adds up.
I don't think we should be supporting Amazon in general.
I gave them a lot of dough.
How much is Bezos worth now? Is he still in the billions?
Yeah, without question.
It's like 200 billion or something like that.
No,
I think we need to go into pitchfork and torches against this guy. There's got to be a rebellion at some point. There's no way one person should be worth that much money when there's so much going on.
No, but he's managed to figure out this service that works so good. Does a good job, gets me my stuff pretty quickly, and it keeps an eye on stuff for me. I like my my lists there where I can put stuff in my save pile, and then I can watch the price. For instance, I was watching something for 5 years, and it finally dropped in price last night.
And how much did it drop in price by?
I don't care. It was like a 30% drop, but this thing had never dropped in price.
And then you bought it right away, right?
I'm just saying, it's
yes or no.
It is nowhere else that cheap, and I've been waiting 5 years. 5-year wait.
That's a yes.
5-year wait.
That's a yes.
Why don't we talk about what you buy? Why is that a big secret?
I don't buy anything.
You don't buy anything?
No. You know what I watched today?
Yeah, there it is. Pivot, just like the debate.
I wanted to ask you this. I finished watching, I think for the first time in its entirety, The Shining, because it is October, and I like to. October is pretty much the only month where I like to watch like horror movies, even though I hate Halloween.
There we go.
What it is? Halloween's a waste of time.
It's not for you.
Doesn't matter.
The Shining. I'm dying to talk about it. Get going.
I've seen parts of it in the past here and there. I don't know why I've never sat down and fully watched it. I'd PVR'd it, so that's why I was clearing stuff off, so I decided to finally watch it.
Was it on there for a long time, or is it playing somewhere?
No, it was on there probably. I think I recorded it maybe a couple weeks ago, or definitely within like the last month. Is that would you say that was the most successful Stephen King book to movie transition? Or would it, I guess it probably surpassed it, right? The latest incarnation.
What are you speaking monetarily or in quality or awards? Because there's so many.
I guess overall, I don't know, because I know he's had other movies like Cujo and all that stuff, and I can't even remember what other books have been made into movies, but I think it's probably just had to do that Kubrick had his hand in it, right? Like I was watching it, and it's one of those ones where I think I have to go back and rewatch it and maybe do some reading on the internet in terms of all the backstory and.
Just talk to me.
No.
No.
It's just. I think I'd forgotten, because it's been so long, even from what little pieces I've seen, how well that movie was done. And all the nuances behind it, and why certain things in the scene were colored a certain way. Like there's one scene where Nicholson was in the hallway at a T intersection, and he's stopping looking at the camera, and the only thing behind him is the other wall, but it's perfectly framed with two pictures, and there's like this hand woven carpet hanging off the wall directly behind him, and it's just like a perfectly decorated scene, even though it's so minimalistic the way it was. Like, I'd love to find out the reasoning behind every single shot and scene, and why it was done that certain way. Man, it was good. Explain one thing to me though. Why at the end again was Nicholson in the picture hanging on the wall in the ballroom from 1921, and yet he was there present day, whatever year it was again, 19 something, 80, whatever, right? Do you know the reasoning behind that? I can't remember.
What were they just saying? Because that, that horror keeps repeating itself at the place. You know what I'm saying? That murder just happens.
Well, the murder had happened once before, right? When he did the interview, he said, yeah, just to let you know, back in the 70s, there was a murder here. The caretaker killed his wife and chopped up his two daughters and shot himself. And then there's that scene in the movie where Jack's in the ballroom. He gets a drink spilled on him by a waiter. The waiter takes him into the bathroom. And then Jack goes, I know you're from somewhere. Weren't you the caretaker? And he goes, no, you've always been the caretaker.
What is his discussion there? That it's reincarnation, or
I don't know.
Or is it just a big old ghost?
I'm just saying, I thought you might know. I don't
know. What sticks in my mind from all the documentaries I've seen about it is the production stuff. Like, there are guys who tried to map out the hotel through watching the film, and the halls and the rooms exist in ways that they cannot. They're walking around making a left and then making a right, and then make another right, and then they somehow make another right into an office. It's impossibility. And the theory is that Kubrick designed these impossible situations that you're not going to catch watching it, but your subconscious catches that it's not right and things are off. And because it's supposed to be a theater experience, you're locked in the theater, you're focused on this thing, it makes you subconsciously get skeeved out and feel something is wrong. There was, wide shots where this object would be facing that way, and then a shot later it might be facing the other way. It's not a continuity error. It was done on purpose, and it was just a subconscious tool to make the viewer start to feel super like something's off, something's like uncomfortable in your chair. And I just love hearing all those stories from the production. Some good documentaries out there, from feature length ones as well as YouTube. There's some really good YouTube stuff. Where there's this one where a reporter goes into his offices, and Kubrick's daughter is touring around this reporter into their props room and showing them, like, in this warehouse where this is actually a scene from The Shining. Here we just cleaned up this area and we shot the scene in this warehouse. And it's amazing stuff. It'll be a huge rabbit hole if you decide to go down and check it out. And I say do it, because it's just, your mind's going to be open. But that's the true key to Kubrick films, is it's designed for the audience member to be sitting in the theater, not moving, not on their phone, focused on the screen for the amount of time of the screening. Because he's using you, he's playing with you, he's toying with you, and you have to be in it to be in it.
I was enjoying it. I think maybe I was getting skeeved out by some of the purposely positioned props and things and how they were changed. But as I was going through it, though, I thought it was more of like the music that he used. It wasn't even music. It was more of like like sort of, I don't want to say sound effects, but you know, like certain instruments, it's probably like string instruments or whatever, just playing out like one note in a continual thing, and then slowly changing pitch and starting off faint and then increasing in tone. I know he obviously did that throughout the entire movie, but for me, that's what really sort of put me on edge when I was watching it. Really good, man. It's been so long. Like I said, I've only seen pieces here and there for some reason. So even though, you know, it's been made made fun of or used in parody throughout tons and tons of TV shows, right? So
Yeah.
you know, like the scene with the naked lady coming out of the hot tub,
Yeah.
who was incredibly hot.
Oh God.
Especially for that time period. And then, you
Yeah.
know, he starts making out and then she changes into the old hag. You've seen that like tons of times.
It's awesome. But that, like, I've read tons of Stephen King, old Stephen King stuff, right? And that is one Stephen King book I always refused to read. Never read it because people always said how different it is from that movie and how once you read the book, that movie's going to be shit for you. So I always stayed away from that book, never read it. So I don't really like to say, let's compare Stephen King movies and include The Shining. I like to, if you're going to do Stephen King movies, talk about, you know, Christine, Firestarter, Misery, Shawshank, all those that maybe play a closer role to the books.
Lesser directors, I'd want to say, right?
Yeah, who wanted
Kubrick's like in a group all by himself, pretty much.
And Kubrick didn't give two shits about illustrating the novel, so that's why, you know, the other works they wanted to illustrate the novel on film. But I was thinking when you were asking, you know, Misery probably that did really well, right? And it won awards, but people kind of forgot about it. But
yeah, that's true.
You can watch that movie; it still stands up.
Yes, I did see that in the theater.
I always like Firestarter too. George C. Scott.
Yeah, I watched that earlier this year. Yeah, I always liked it just because she could do those big fireballs at the end. And I wanted her to go crazy and just start annihilating everybody. That was probably one of the better scenes.
That's what she did. I like Buddy always pushing people with his mind. I'd like to push you with my mind.
The bloody nose.
Laugh at this Borat.
I didn't say Borat wasn't funny. I didn't say he wasn't or not funny. I'm just not interested at this particular time.
Actually, you said people who like Borat are a certain kind, is how you framed it.
Okay,
yeah, in our discussion.
Make stuff up now.
I was there.
You can say that, and I'll say, no, I didn't. Who knows what was said?
Yeah.
Make some more stuff up.
And that's when I went off, because it's like, yeah, but who doesn't find it funny? Like, how can you not?
Because tastes change over time. What you may have thought was funny or interesting at one point, you might not care about it anymore. That's all I'm saying.
When you get those natural reactionary, you know, scenes from those unsuspecting people, that is gold every single time. He has to go to the bathroom at the fancy dinner and then comes back with a bag of his leavings. And what do I do with the poo? Oh, it's brilliant.
I always found that frustrating. Like, how in real life would you not get the shit kicked out of you?
I got really close for him a couple times, I think. Yeah. Same with Tom Green back in the day.
Try that with the wrong person and see what happens to you.
Speaking of which, I saw, you know, that Drew Barrymore has her own talk show now.
Yeah, I saw 2 seconds of it and fucking threw up in my mouth. It's just
Wow.
disgusting.
Oh, Jesus, not to be judgmental or anything.
No, I'll be judgmental. She's disgusting. Right up there with, what's her face? Fucking American Idol singer. I'm Kelly Clarkson.
She won the Emmy this year for best daytime talk show.
Ridiculous.
It was crazy. But Drew Barrymore on her show, she had Tom Green come on. Those two hadn't talked to each other for 15 years. It was a pretty cool moment to watch on TV. And I've been watching Tom Green's stuff. He's got a YouTube channel. He's doing stuff constantly on there, does live streams. And well, he did podcasting before anyone was doing podcasting. And he's still doing it out there. So it was really cool to see him show up on network television on this huge show and see those two kind of talk for the first time kind of thing. And I always thought they were a great couple when they were together. It was like kismet to have those two come together, but sorry.
You get so excited over the weirdest things, man. I don't get it.
I'm a romantic. Sorry.
I'm a romantic. I love love movies and love stories.
Two adventurous spirits like that who came together. I thought it was really good. And then he went through his whole cancer thing and she stuck with him the whole time. And then I don't know what happened in the end, but to see them reunite on TV and he mentioned his parents, you know, how they always loved her. And that was really good. And that's on YouTube if you want to check that out. Tom Green, by the way, he's taking off. He's going on a big van adventure. If you follow his YouTube channel, he's packing up, getting in a van and taking his show on the road, him and his dog. That'll be cool. It was always cool with Tom Green because he was like just after, you know, my group of people going through broadcasting. And so he was kind of always a broadcast nerd too. And so he's always talking about broadcast equipment and same with this whole van thing, right? He's getting fresh equipment in, building a control room in the van and all that. So it's kind of fun following him. If you're not if you just like comedy, but just to like tech stuff, because he's a techie kind of guy, even though he's a on-air talent. He was a tech person first. Sorry, I'm stuffed up, man. My allergies.
Well, you better take 2 weeks off work.
Jesus, these allergies. I thought we were done with them, but this week it's come back with a vengeance.
No, mine have been fine. I've actually been outside the last 2 days helping a friend tear down his deck. And, no allergies out there. For me, anyway. I usually get hit by hard at the start of the season.
How does that go when Joe comes over to help with a project? Does Joe take lead? Does he become alpha dog?
I took lead on this one, probably because he thinks I'm Italian and knows what I'm doing. But obviously that's not the case. It was a 2-story, it was a raised deck, you know, one of those houses with a walkout basement. So that was fun, and it was an L-shaped, so it took up the entire back of the house and then wrapped around the side and gradually came up to ground level, but always fun.
Why did it have to come down?
He's getting a new one built. So I was there yesterday, today, and then he's got his brother and brother-in-law coming Friday, and I don't think they'll need any other days to do it, so did the majority of it.
Did Joe go shirtless for this demolition?
No, it was too windy out.
Oh.
Windy and cold.
Surprised.
To be honest with you, man, since I haven't been to the gym since February, I don't like taking my shirt off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you still got the tight ones, so you don't mind that.
I'm not spending money on clothes.
Did you see, I don't know what The Rock was talking about, but he was on TV last week or on YouTube. He had the tightest, it looked like saran wrap, colored saran wrap on his.
I don't care for The
giant
Rock.
boulders. Oh, someone grab that.
I don't care for The Rock.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a little tired of him, to be honest.
Wow.
He's too happy-go-lucky all the time, and it just gets exhausting.
Holy jeez. Well, he's found his niche.
No,
That's
I'm not talking about that. That's fine. Great doing, all the movies he's doing, all that shit. I just mean everything's sunshine and rainbows 24/7. So
I think he was talking about something serious, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm just
about.
saying in general.
You know what? I'll confess to you, if I could be honest. I watched pretty much all of the Hobbs and
Knobs and Hobbs.
Knobs and Hobbs, whatever it's freaking called, because there's nothing on our movie channels now, right? There's nothing.
I've yet to see it. I don't know if I can bring myself to see it. Even though I've seen every other one in the franchise.
I stuck with it, and I'll give them props for one thing. A buddy, who's the other guy?
The British guy?
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Those guys are going at each other the whole movie, which was it played well. And I loved all the shots Statham would take on The Rock, because it was all shots that I give on The Rock, how he's too big to fit into a car, and how you going to fit that jacket on, and like your head's too small. It was just constant shots like that through the movie. I thought that was punched up really well. Whoever they brought on to throw those jokes in did a really good job. The action is
I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock threw a bunch of those in himself, just from his old wrestling days of making fun of people, right?
No, it was too good. It was biting and sharp. It was like Spade and Sandler, jabbing at each other. It was pretty good. The action is so over the top and stupid, and the plot was horrible. Everything else is extremely bad. You don't even get satisfaction of a car chase because it's all CG shit. But I like the interaction between those two.
What did you think about the part about him hooking that helicopter with the chain and then pulling it back or something?
See that shit, right? Like, come on. That, like, how does it even get past the paper? It shouldn't have got past the script. It was so stupid. It was like when I remember $6 Million Man did that once. He's on the ground and a helicopter's trying to take off, and he just grabs it with his bionic arm. Nothing else is bionic, just his arm. And he goes, cha, 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 cha. And he's holding the helicopter down.
Sure.
And he's not holding on to something else, too. At least The Rock was like holding on to something else. $6 Million just standing there holding a helicopter, like the helicopter just wouldn't lift off with him. Because at least The Rock was like Goliath holding two things together, which is that whole end scene was just it's so bad. It's like it's so over the top and stupid and predictable, and the whole thing where we're going to retreat back to an island and we're going to fortify, and then there's going to be a big battle. It's just so tired and boring, and it turned into Whale Rider for a minute.
They fight machine guns with Hawaiian clubs.
Yeah. It's a Whale Rider when those warriors come out and start screaming and making faces against machine guns and tanks and all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised, man. I honestly don't think I can bring myself to watch any more of those movies. Usually it's out of boredom half the time. I like that team up. I do like those two together. I just wish there'd be a better vehicle for them to do it in, because I liked all their fighting with each other. That part was really good. Hey, that's a compliment I'm throwing out to the Fast and Furious franchise. Take that. Joe said he hates The Rock now, and I'm watched Fast and Furious.
Things are changing in the world, folks.
I don't believe I said I hated him.
Oh, we got the sound clip.
I think I said I don't care for him.
Derek,
Derek,
do your business.
to be honest, I don't know. I don't remember what I say 5 minutes ago anymore. So, whatever.
I hear you. Then this internet, man. I did the vinyl show last night, and my internet just completely collapsed in the middle of it.
Awesome.
All the while, my internet provider is going to be raising my monthly prices. So it's good stuff. Well worth it. Got to talk
I've
them
been
on the
fighting
phone.
with my. I don't know what my wife expects me to do. You know those the internet pod boosters that you're supposed to place randomly throughout? They're a joke in the first place, man. Whatever. Anyway, we got 4 of them. Anytime there's an issue with them, she expects me to take care of it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with these damn things. They're not working. So you unplug them, you plug them back in, you're still flashing, which means they're not synced up. You look up on the Wi-Fi app, you can see them there hovering offline, all 4 of them. It's like your light bulb. I gotta delete them, plug them back in, have the system search for them.
Yeah.
And then randomly they just somehow turn back on. I don't know. Constant struggle with internet service. I know more people are working from home and all that, but I think it's a poor excuse, to be honest.
Well, for me, I know it's this freaking modem, right? And whenever you get a new modem from them, you never get a new one. You just get the same
new
one.
Refurbished modem.
It's all passed around. You know, it all goes. I don't think it's ever refurbished. I think it just gets passed around. So you're always getting a shit modem. Now I saw Nest, our Google Nest people that I love have quite a Wi-Fi solution available again with these little pods, and then there's like some kind of big main pod. I imagine it's great, but it's super expensive. Something to look into next. Hey, did I tell you I finally got my Nest smoke detectors?
Yeah.
Oh, I did?
A while ago.
I didn't remember if I told you.
Yeah, you're asking me about the installation of.
The installation was weird. Nest makes everything so easy. You think they would just plug into the plug that your old one already used. And they know about that plug too, because it's in the diagram. They're like, oh, you can't use this plug. You got to take that out and rewire our plug in there. I thought that was weird that they didn't just find a way to utilize the original plug, but it was still super easy. Everything's laid out so well in their packages. I even called the kids over when I opened it, say, we're going to open up a Nest box, kids, and you're going to be amazed. They were not, but it was still well put together. I love Nest. I really do.
Then you should love Apple because they took their packaging ideas directly from Apple.
But they didn't bring their evil ways with them. Like my Nest isn't going to die due to.
Isn't Nest part of Google now?
Yeah.
Or something? Yeah, there you go. They're part of the evil corporation. Google's just right up there like Amazon, man. 2 evils.
Yes.
Which is why I refuse to buy anything off Amazon anymore, ever.
Well, yeah, but it does it so well. It's super convenient. It's
Pitchforks
only going to get more convenient.
Baby. Let's take that guy down.
If they do it well, congratulations. They do it well.
Pitchforks and bonfires. Torch them up. It's time for the revolution.
I would like Google to figure out, and I know they'll never change this because it's their brand, but I hate saying, hey, Google, can you turn on the lights? It should be just turn on the lights. I don't want to have to say that, hey, Google thing. It's too many syllables. Or just, can I make my own code to start? So I
in
go
reality,
say, computer.
In reality, you probably don't have to say, hey, Google. They just force you to say it to think that it's not listening to you 24/7.
Oh, shit.
There you
There's my.
go. See, just went.
That's the
Well,
only thing I'd change.
ask Kevin how good Amazon is. Didn't he just get a record with a fucking destroyed spine on it or something?
Did he?
I don't know. He's showing off some pictures of something. Something from Amazon or whatever.
Oh,
Half paying attention.
Oh, I thought he was saying, "Hey, I got this." Like positivity, not "Oh, I got this. Look at this."
Well, he did positive, and then the same sentence right after it with no exclamation points, and then I think there's a picture like spine was scuffed up or scratched or something. That's what it looked like to me anyway.
Oh, wow.
So thanks, Amazon.
If this thing I've been waiting 5 years to come down in price arrives in that shape, I will not be happy.
Let me guess. Is it a record?
Look, this is...
Spend more money on records, you
Let
guys.
me describe to our listeners what I
maniacs.
get. This is Joe's shot. So he's literally looking down his nose at you is the shot.
I don't have any other way to place my camera. It's on stand. Sorry.
Did you get a record? Meanwhile, check out My Life in Collecting, guys, for his latest record pickups, which are perfectly fine. Right? Yeah.
I don't go crazy.
Big record collector over there. Hey, guys, very excited to have this in my collection. Very excited. So, yeah.
My words do not portray my actual emotions. Meaning I'm not excited, but I picked it up anyway.
So don't put a video on it. I would love to see the video of the Demolition. I would watch that a million times more than I would.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something exciting. That's interesting. And I'm sure as shit things happen that would be funny, especially Joe taking alpha lead on it. Jim, what you want to do with that sledgehammer is you want to hold the heft with your forearm. You know,
it was all skill saws and hacksaws and crowbars.
That would have been fun. I would have watched that.
I didn't have fucking 8 hours of space on my phone to record it all and speed it up. No, it wasn't fun.
Time for that sport cam that you've been eyeing.
Sport cam?
Yeah.
What's it called?
A GoPro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that fisheye look that it has, man.
Oh.
Why
yeah, I guess some have that, right?
I thought that's its natural camera, isn't
it? It's the whole action thing to get the wide angle. I think that's getting optional now on newer ones, especially the DJI one. I don't think has that. But like I took my DJI with me to the antique mall to shoot something, but I had the stupid video set at 60 frames a second.
Hold on. Why did you take it to the mall to shoot footage? What were you going to use the footage for?
For the Start to Continue YouTube channel that people can watch right here and hit the subscribe. Thank you very much. But
they'll do that after they subscribe to My Life in Collecting on YouTube as well.
Like, man, I couldn't believe how much it was at 60 frames a second. I don't even think that's a big deal, but man,
around with it in your hand, or did you have it strapped to the center of your chest with straps?
No, I was just holding it like this and walking around.
Were you hiding it?
Just walking around like this. No big deal. It's very tiny, right? So I was just walking. And then when I was looking at records, I just put it beside me.
Your rotating camera thing?
Yeah, the gimbal.
Did you have it on the tripod thing?
No. Then when I was looking, I would just set it down and have it shoot while I was looking through records. But I didn't get enough because my card filled up too quickly because of the 60 frames a second I had it on for some reason. I don't even think 60 frames a second makes a big deal when you show shit on YouTube, or 4K for that matter. It can do 4K, but My computer explodes. The card explodes. There's just no benefit in doing 4K.
Yeah, so the one up from 1080p is there a 30 frame or does it go right to 60? I can't remember now.
Yeah, you can do it in 30 frame.
Yeah, 30.
You can
right?
even go lower. You can step it down so it has more film-like quality. But I don't know why I had it on 60, to be honest with you, if I could be honest. But man, I was shocked how quickly it ate through the card. Double the info, I guess. Anyways, I don't think that will produce a video because I don't think enough was captured.
Well, you can save it for the next time you decide to go there and record footage. I don't think we have any antique barns around. Well, we do, but I think it's an actual antique barn. I don't think they have records there.
That's what you think. That's what I started the show by saying. But once you go there, you'll find there's records there because that's, guess what? We're so old. That's an antique now.
Then why are they still making them if they're antiques?
For the hipsters.
For the hipsters. Aren't you buying new records still?
If you watch my record store day alternatives video that came out this week, I exclaimed that
thumbnail made me angry.
There's no thumbnail that will make you happy, sir.
That you put out on Instagram. I threw my phone across the couch. I want to ask you what your reasoning was for that picture. Why did you use that specific picture?
Because it was funny and showed deep emotion. And,
no, damn quick, you were sneezing.
Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't like it if I'm smiling on there. You don't like it if I'm looking at the camera. I don't know what you want. Take a look at your spams. That makes me throw my my phone across the room because it's spam, spam, spam.
I have
subscribe.
I got to fill out that black line space.
Check this out. This video is exactly the same as my buddy M's. That's just down the way a little bit further.
Tell me what you want me to put into that black letterbox spacing.
Nothing. You don't have to put anything.
Well, it looks weird then.
Nonetheless, I shouted out that I generally don't buy brand new records. I have a full collection of old used records.
New records all the time.
Rarely.
Well, I know at least 4 times a year you get your White Stripes, whatever they decide to put out that quarter for $100.
As I said, that's my treat. That is a treat, and record store day is a treat.
That's the minimum that you buy.
That's it for new. I don't buy new. I like used. I like looking through used.
Then stop buying new.
I don't. Just record store day, which I got screwed on, and you can hear me talk about it in my video, which just appeared this week.
Yeah, but I told you you get screwed out on it. Stop spamming to have people subscribe you. Nobody likes beggars.
Okay. Well, hey, just a second, because Chris Roberts wanted to say hi to you specifically, and good to see Joe. So he wanted to say that.
So, I can't check the comments because I'm on my phone.
That's why I'm telling you. And Kyle's still with us, and even M is popping in and saying hi. So I appreciate all you guys for showing up and supporting the show. Now, a programming announcement. This show will be moving to Anchor for your podcast feed at some point, which shouldn't affect your podcast feed because we will be leaving Podbean and will be hosted by Anchor at some point.
So,
but it shouldn't affect anything.
To tell anybody anything then.
Yes. If you had the Podbean app and that's how you got your STCPod off the Podbean app, then
smarten up. Get
it
iTunes
wouldn't be there.
Do it right.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time on Podbean for. Right?
Well,
Who's not using iTunes?
I don't use iTunes.
Oh, what's wrong with you? That's all I use.
No. I use Podcast Addict on my
I don't
Android.
know what that is.
It's an app
It's probably
that
a virus.
is not governed by the Apple rules and regulations.
Yeah, Russia has taken control of your phone.
And I don't have to sync it with any kind of iTunes to move my stuff around.
I don't sync anything.
Yeah.
I don't sync my phone. No, I don't. There's no need to sync stuff anymore. It's antiquated technology.
How about when we get back to work tomorrow, we look for some new computing for you? New computer.
No, that's okay.
We do have a discount program through our work.
I got ride or die.
That's
my
it.
laptop
Don't throw more money at it.
Till it blows
Silly.
up.
Silly.
I don't have your kind of money.
You do. You told everyone. We've seen it.
And to be honest, I kind of hate spending money on computers anymore, man.
It's been how many years? 7?
10.
Oh, 10 years on a laptop?
On a MacBook Pro. That's why it's lasted that long. If it was a PC, I would have done a Chris Benoit flying headbutt off the top of the roof onto it.
I would say just reconsider and we'll take a look around.
It's too late. It's already done. It's already in the process of being juiced up with steroids. Get a little more life out of it before I have to kill it off.
All right. Got to get to bed because it's early morning tomorrow going to work. Up at 4:37. I think my alarm is set at.
I'm going to stay up until about 12. So I'm good for another hour and a half.
You might as well stay up all night because you got your way of doing things the next day.
I've actually been using the sleep mask the last 2 nights.
Why wouldn't you?
All night.
You are mandated to. It is prescribed to you.
No one tells me what to do.
You are mandated to.
No, I'm not.
Hey, one little tip on the tip line and someone loses his driver's license.
That's good.
Yeah. You're prescribed. You're prescribed to take. Just use it. What the hell?
Hey, I use it and then halfway through the night I get irritated by it. I can't, and then I stop sleeping with it. But I've had 2 good night sleeps where it's been on the entire night.
And I
always start off with it. That's not what I'm saying.
It don't matter. If you would listen to me,
what?
I know the mask you should be using, and you're not using the right mask.
Yes, I am.
You are not. You come to work and you got burn marks in your face because it's so tight up against your head.
That's how I like it. I don't like having any gap space. I don't like it loose.
Because it's a shitty mask.
No, it's because when I sleep on my sides, it pushes on it.
Yes.
It pushes on any mask. That's why I strap it on like a horse feed bag super tight.
Not mine. It has enough like give that it can float around a bit and not lose sync. Lack of a better word.
No, I've used multiple ones. They all lose sync. They all release air, and then it wakes my wife up. So guarantee if I was sleeping beside you, which I have, by the way.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. When we were in Pittsburgh.
I was never in Pittsburgh and certainly didn't have you sleep beside me.
Pennsylvania, wherever.
No.
Yeah. It was hurricane on the other side coming out of your bed there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it was. Your mask gets loose and then that air pressure, it sounds like a hurricane.
It doesn't. It floats.
You're sleeping, so you don't know.
There's never been a time
beside you, and
quit saying beside me. And there's never been a time where I was asleep and you were not. I will tell you that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Yeah, it woke me up. Even with
Nothing
mine
wakes
going.
you up.
Oh, please.
Christ.
Well, my wife is, she does want to get a new mattress for the spare bedroom because that's where I do my overnight sleeps. I don't know if I want to spend money on it. Even though that mattress is over 25 years old.
Actually, I've been wanting to replace my daughter's mattress too because it's old. But yeah, you think the Casper stuff brought mattress prices down, but didn't really, not too much.
I don't trust that Casper.
People love it. It's all foam though.
I think they love it for the short time, but I can't imagine it's got any durability and long lasting. Like what, good for 2 years? And then because they're so cheap, you chuck it and buy a new one?
So
Like
cheap.
my son's bed is like a rock and I love it.
Still $800 to get into one.
Yeah.
To get into a Casper, the cheapest. So it's still a lot of money.
I'm just going right to Sleep Country, Canada.
Then you're going to spend $2,000.
I'm not spending $2,000.
You will. Joe glasses.
Joe's never getting Joe glasses again. But
Yeah,
I do
okay.
need new glasses though because
here we go.
The up close stuff is my eyes are getting super tired a lot faster.
Oh, I never noticed.
Well, it's because you never pay attention to me.
Hey, once a sales guy gets a hold of Joe, things happen. Those sales guys are pretty lucky once Joe walks in.
And once Google and Amazon get it acquainted to your buying habits, they know what to send you to get the PayPal flowing.
What are you talking about now?
True story. You know how they track what you buy on the internet, and that's how you get pop-ups with,
yes,
hey, you might be interested. Yeah, well, they got your number.
Okay, that's true, man, because I looked up Casper once, and all over my web is mattresses. So, anyways, before we go, I wanted to let you know that the Retro Nonsense podcast is live now, and it's worth a listen. It's with our buddies Duke and Chris Roberts. They have a short little 30, 40-minute podcast where they're talking about all things 80s and why it binds them.
I expect an hour-long podcast.
No, they're not doing that, man. They're different. They don't want to have you trudge through.
I know. I told Duke what to do.
Did you?
Yep. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. Chris Roberts tells great stories.
The funniest moment was Chris Roberts describing his podcast and saying, there won't be any long stories in this podcast. Okay.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear long stories, especially from Chris.
You will get those, I'm sure. But it's good to hear Duke moderate it. And he does a lot of production in it. So there's a lot of audio stuff going on, which is really well done. I know that can be distracting, but he's found the right balance.
Feed. Yeah, I'll see.
He struck the right balance. Duke does a great job. Retro Nonsense. That'll be everywhere you can find podcasts soon. Soon. Right now, it's just on Podbean. Maybe that's been fixed by now, but I wanted to say that. Of course, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to this channel if you're watching on YouTube. And I know you're very tempted to hit the unsubscribe after our last STCPod on this channel. The unsubscribes came super fast. It took me a full week to get us back.
It's okay. You got rid of the idiots.
But we're back up there now. So you're one of the good guys who are still in here. And you can find me on Twitter at STCPod. Joe is at AC Decepticon. And his YouTube channel, My Life in Collecting, where he's just finally went out yard sailing and shot a bunch of Viz. And
that wasn't finally going out. Been out multiple times.
That was your first yard sale video, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was That was the first one this year that I showed footage, and of course it was like the shittiest day. Found garbage.
Yeah. Well, you found stuff, but it was insanely pricey. It was a reseller for sure, a dealer.
Dude, I wanted to just flip that guy's tables over.
I don't know why you stuck around so long.
I was I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Couldn't believe it, man. Em went to the same house too.
I know. It was well featured. You
All
guys
right.
had competing videos.
No competing.
Well,
It's called supporting. You call it competing. Anyway, wrap this up. This has been an hour and 25.
I've been trying to. You keep talking about your channel.
Oh, we did.
All My
right,
life
everybody.
in collecting.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate the support.
Thanks, everyone in the chat. We'll see you next week.
But
Who knows? It's up to that guy.
It's up
to that.
Oh, wrong way.
All right,
I'll see you tomorrow.